You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
It is Thursday, the 9th day of April, 2015. Former Special Treasury Agent and IRS whistleblower Joe Banister joins us in the third hour to talk about Lois Lerner won't get in any trouble for political persecution of innocent Americans using the fraudulent IRS code and selective enforcement, and the congressional hearings and the fallout as we learn the IRS is accelerating, seizing bank accounts and paychecks when no wrongdoing is even alleged. No judge, no jury. And that ties into just the incredible benign neglect that we see with police response times in this country getting longer and longer and citizens being killed. And again, it's not the police job to respond and protect you. They're there to respond to, quote, bring you to justice, to the people's court, to the jury. But John Bowne has a report breaking this down because it's not just benign neglect. VA makes little headway in fight to shorten waits for care. They spin premeditated death lists run by IBM Watson computers on record into, oh, we need more funding and to fix a problem because there's not enough resources. There's plenty of resources. They deny the care on purpose. It's come out in the documents. That's coming up, a whitewash by the Associated Press. But don't worry, the White House has gimmicks for everyone. In the White House, gender-neutral restrooms. And, of course, that's a gimmick on top of a gimmick. All it is a single-person restroom they've had forever that says men, women, baby-changing station. Now they just say trannies. An individual restroom is for everyone because one person goes in at a time. And I guess as they claim, and on Facebook, there's 50 different sexes now in this country. We're going to have 50 different bathrooms. I mean, this is just all part of the joke. We've got flooding subways and infrastructure explosions almost every day in New York City as steam mains blow up and train derailments every couple of days and infrastructure rotting all over the place and planes crashing at record levels and just things degenerating and identity theft exploding and online fraud off the charts, cancer exploding and neurological disorders exploding, IQs plummeting. But that's not the issue. The issue is we need to have special bathrooms for men taking female hormones. And then they go, oh, see, you don't have an open mind. I don't care. I'm sick of hearing about it constantly. It's a psyop joke. It's beyond the most wild, sardonic, dark satire ever out of Kurt Vonnegut's mind. All right, I'm already going off the rails here because I have a headache. I've been here for an hour, and I was up several hours this morning early reading the news. And let me tell you, when we got a really big news day is when the smoke starts coming out my ears because it's all over the top. On the end of our borders, illegal alien, globalist takeover, checkmate invasion, to mental health evaluations ordered for people that question Sandy Hook, official story. That's mainstream news. You cannot make that up. And then they're reporting like it's a good idea. Let's just disappear people into the mental health system if they disagree with official government narratives. China, projections of power, Financial Times. Jamie Dimon warns of next financial crisis. Rand Paul up in polls, Clinton down. Reuters reports. That's why Rand Paul's being attacked from every side, because if you look at his politics and where he stands, he is the #1 candidate to actually win in the 2016 election, and that's why they now have the little cutesy info babes at Fox, who he's been up there friends with the last year, suddenly attacking him like savage poodles on PCP. is because that's their job, shoot down any real libertarian candidate and get somebody like Jeb Bush in there. So that's all coming up as well, plus a new virus that's in the U.S., worse than Lyme's disease.
Introducing Secret 12, the new InfoWars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet. Aging starts at the cellular level. When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries. During that period, key patented compounds have focused on mitochondrial growth, nerve growth, and rejuvenation. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. We now have the synergistic solution, DNA Force, just one of the key compounds. BioPQQ is backed by major clinical studies and over 175 PubMed-listed published studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas, Austin, broadcasting worldwide with our George Washington 1776 banners flying proudly in the control room studio. I am your host, Alex Jones. Again, thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday, the 9th day of April 2015. Pretty soon we'll be halfway into 2015. The time just goes by so quickly. Well, Rand Paul has taken the lead in Iowa as the press, both left and right establishment, goes into overdrive attacks. A lot of top Democrats and pundits are saying Hillary Clinton's campaign is in free fall. I said weeks ago that it's basically collapsed. I don't see that she can be put back together again. And Rand Paul, as we pointed out 2 years ago in major polls, the senator is one of the only people out there that can bring the country together and defeat a Hillary Clinton or someone else on the controlled left because of his previous anti-war stance. And that's why you got the neocons and rhinos coming out against Senator Rand Paul, because they've got his phones tapped, the government does. They know he's a good guy. They know he's been a listener of this show for years and been on the broadcast 20 years ago, before anybody knew who Rand Paul was, and they just can't stand him. I mean, they know he's a patriot, and they know his dad's a patriot. And by the way, Rand Paul and Ron Paul are not radicals. In fact, they probably wouldn't even be seen as hardcore enough in 1776, just like I probably wouldn't be. It's that compared to the radical big government, globalist corporate takeover and the socialist underpinning to domesticate the public, compared to how radical the establishment is, we are radicals. I mean, I remember 5 years ago we published an article about the Journal of Bioethics putting out a paper calling for killing kids up to age 3, and then other bioethics journals calling for killing old people. Even if they're not sick, just get rid of them. That's George Bernard Shaw socialist talk. You know, if the state doesn't have a place for you, you die. It's the opposite of a loving, compassionate, take care of the sick and elderly and the young and the infirm and the mentally ill. It's the opposite. It's a eugenics-based system. And so they've had a whisper campaign by the libertarian groups saying he's not hardcore enough. They've got the left attacking him. They've got the right-wing establishment attacking him because Rand Paul is the real deal. That's all you need to know. I mean, the establishment is attacking him because he's got a real shot at winning. And that doesn't mean that Rand Paul would save the world. It's just a bellwether of how libertarian, constitutional Americana ideas are coming back into fashion, and it's about legalizing freedom. And it's not about the left owning certain issues and the controlled right owning certain others. It's about people saying, we want basic freedom, we want small government, we want local control, we want transparency, we don't want foreign bailouts and foreign aid and corporate bailouts and corporate aid. It needs to be curtailed. Plus, we're going off the edge of a cliff, going bankrupt. But I was digressing into the whole discussion of when we first, 5 years ago, published an article at Infowars.com directly linking to the Journal of Bioethics, echoing what had been said by a bunch of other bioethicists and people like Peter Singer at Princeton, and, you know, get rid of people up to age 3, age 5. If you don't have a use for your kids, just kill them. Folks thought we were making that up. They wouldn't even go follow the link to the bioethics site, the Bioethics Journal. Now, that was 3-4 years ago. I said 5. They pulled up the article. It was actually 3.5 years ago. Nowadays, you turn on the news, that's all over the place. And it just shows how we've been conditioned to, despite the fact that we don't like what's happening, we still go along with it because we believe we're powerless, and that's not really the case. And even if Rand Paul runs and doesn't win, he is injecting real issues and building a grassroots movement that opposes the statist right and the statist left, that are two birds in the same flock with the same agenda. In fact, they're not even two birds. They're two wings on the same bird of prey that's preying on us. I mean, look at this AP article. It makes my blood boil just to read the paragraphs of deception and manipulation and suppression to manipulate the public. VA makes little headway in fight to shorten waits for care. What a headline. VA makes little headway in fight to shorten waits for care. I can read that headline 45 more times. VA makes little headway in fight to shorten waits for care. What is deceptive in that headline? Basically every word. The VA doesn't want to make headway. The VA is the author, is the progenitor, is the driver, is the daddy, is the mommy of the massive bloated bureaucracy that's all about attacking and demonizing and stripping the rights of and setting up veterans who were listed by the globalist occupational government as the #1 enemy. And that's not